am. This is Natalia, reporting from my own home planet.
I feel so good that I can talk to you. You see? And yes, I'm an alien, and I'm vegan, by the way. I'm an alien, and I did have to take some notes. You know, I have to remember in my own way, plus I'm speaking the English language quite new. Okay?
I'm here to talk about how I feel like an alien with people. See, I'm here on the planet. Even though I'm an alien, I'm here on the planet. I incarnated here, and I'm living amongst all of you all, reporting. And so, I've had so many different phases of my life with how I get along with people. Some easier than others. Some where I felt like an alien. And right now I'm having an interesting experience of my own feelings with feeling like an alien when I'm around other people. Especially when I see other people interact, and it seems like they're interacting pretty well. Why does it feel so funny to me? Not in all cases. However, enough to just touch my heart and have thoughts and questions in my mind about, how is this? What's true about this? How can I even improve it, you see? What is this here to teach me? What do I have to see clearly? Clarity. So yeah, I do know that people's minds come from their own life experiences, their own perceptions. You know, I can't expect people to truly understand where I'm coming from, and that's the truth.
Oh, I see. I'm being feisty with myself, you see.
For me, it's easy for me to empathize with other people and pick up on where they're coming from, even just like those nuances when one mood goes into another, or you know, a moment goes into like a thought. And I've asked people, hey, how are you? And they go, ooh! And I go, oh, well, you just felt different. So it's easy for me to empathize with others. Another thing is that I'm naturally very sensitive. I really feel things from their core intention, and I can feel them amplified when they're happening in life. It's just the way I feel. I didn't try that. You think I just try to do that? It just comes like that. And I've had to look at it and hone on it as a gift and work with it, because it can get overwhelming, feeling everything or feeling a lot or picking up on things very easily. With that, it's easy for me, for the most part, to be able to relate with others. So sometimes it can be frustrating because I can relate with others, but I feel like others can't relate with me. So sometimes it feels like life is like, it's like, is it just one way? Why do I see this? Why do I feel this? Why is it easy for me to understand others and where they're coming from? Oh, I want to just be understood too.
I just want to be seen. Of course you see me, I'm in pink. Even my boots are pink. And my hands are pink. And my toes are pink. It's like bubblegum. It's alien love.
Pink power of love. So, I've even met people who are empaths and they can't even empathize with me. And then I go, oh, shit. It just makes me connect with myself more, even though that hurts. You know, honestly, when I don't feel understood, what can I do? It just inspires me to understand myself more. And then I go and do things like this. You know, I turn pink. Yeah, it can feel lonely. It can feel like a very solo path. It can. So I have to entertain myself and connect with myself and get to know myself. And yet, I'm still here on the planet. I still want to get along with people. And so, I just keep going on. And here I am. So, I do spend a lot of time with myself. And with that, I do wonder about group dynamics, family dynamics, community dynamics. I've interacted with them, I've been in them. I spend most of my time alone, and when I had those more group dynamics, it was just a long time ago. And I have a question, and you can please answer it in my comment section if you like. For those of you who are in group dynamics, like families, living in communities, living with families, dealing with lots of people, even if you live alone, you still interact with a lot of people, do you feel seen? Do you feel understood by the people that are around you? Do you feel it's easy to express yourself with them? Do you feel comfortable being yourself with them? Is it easy for them to be themselves with you? Do you feel like you have to explain yourself to people a lot because you don't feel understood or respected? And even when you do express yourself, do you feel that the people around you still get you? I've had times where, of course, I've expressed myself a lot. Well, this is how it is with me, and this is what I'm like. And I open up my heart, and I get really honest, and I'm still misunderstood. And I definitely have come to understand that people's perceptions are definitely from their own experience. You know, and mine can come from here, theirs could come from, you know, there. And when we talk, it's like 2 different languages. Yeah, as of lately, I've been expressing a lot that I don't want any advice unless I ask and reach out for advice, particularly. And people have still been offering me advice, and I think it's just kindness and forgetfulness. And I'm like, do you hear me though? Do you hear me? And when someone does understand me, I really cherish it. It's a blessing to me. Yeah, the people in my life who do really understand me, get along with me very well, healthy to communicate with, it's usually more one-on-one than in group settings. You know, I can't expect people to understand me because of the history of my life. You know, like the planet that I came from and the way that I grew up and the dynamics that I had. And growing up in a certain environment can have an effect on you. And my life has been so unorthodox, so unique. Like a path less traveled. Yeah, I've had to carve out my own trail because a lot of the trails that have already been out there don't fit the way that I feel, don't fit who I am. You know, I'm expressing all of this because I've been in isolation a lot. I've been living mostly by myself for quite a long time, and I've needed it. It's just, I love people, and I'm still figuring out how to get along with them, and I'm coming out of that isolation, and some of these interactions that I'm having are unique and odd, and I just wonder, how do people comprehend me? How do people hear me, even when I do communicate clearly? And I still have to understand that they just don't understand, and I don't probably have to even know what the reason is. It makes me just wonder about, hey, I'm doing the best I can here, and I know that I'm always going to be learning and growing. It's just, what is going on here between these two? Sometimes, do you ever have dynamics where you just are like, it's like this? It's like, you say this, and they're just like somewhere totally else, and you communicate this, and it's like they didn't even hear you. And then you communicate clearly, and they still don't understand you. Like, that's what I'm talking about right now. That's where I feel like an alien, explaining things absolutely clearly, and people's just on a whole other plane. I mean, I'm on a whole other plane. It's just I'm doing my best to really be good with this. I'm not just following around. I'm an alien from another planet. I'm just doing what I can to, like, really make it work here. Can I just communicate with people who understand what I'm expressing? Can you relate with any of this? You know, no matter what, even if it hurts, even if it feels fucking lonely, it just keeps bringing me back to me. It keeps bringing me back to my own personal relationship with myself. Yeah, self-care. And yeah, it can get lonely at times, and I want company, and I want, my soulmate, and I want infinite supplies of money, and to do everything that I want to do when I want to do it, like, and it's just, I know that life's a process, I do, it's just, heck, I have feelings, I get frustrated, that's my process, I have a right for that, to, like, experience that, and learn from it, and grow from it, and hence I'm making this video. I'm just sitting here talking to you, just because this is what I'm feeling, this is what I've been experiencing, and I just want to know, can you relate? And can you just at least sit and hear me? yeah, it gets lonely because I've been doing this personal relationship with myself for so long. I mean, I've had to like really rearrange my life, and it's taken a lot, and then it's turned into this, wow, it's a lot of me and my own self-love, time alone, unwinding and getting to know myself, and forever learning about myself, and forever learning about my dynamic in life, and it's still so new to me. It is. You know, I'll give an example of something that was really odd for me. You know, me talking as more of a human, Natalia. When my mom died, you know, that is like this. Fucking can't escape it. Smack real life in your face. And immediately everything changes as soon as the news is confirmed. It sucks. I fucking hate it every day. And when that happened, it's like it's a scary time. It's a vulnerable time. It's a time of like crying. I mean, that was my mom who died. I was personally shocked and in a lot of pain and very confused and didn't know how to move on, and like even just move on a day-to-day basis without my mom alive. I was used to always having her, you know, even if it was long distance. And as time passed, even within that year, but it's like, even now, there's people who know that, like, that's a really big fucking, like, bruise that I deal with that hurts, like, a lot every day. I miss her. And there's people who've known that I've, like, gone through that, dealt with it, even when it was, like, the fresh, immediate rip. And I've had people who knew I was going through that, and they were still fucking mean to me. You know, and I'm like people who are still disrespectful. People said stupid things. People said inconsiderate things. People gave well-meaning advice that was absolutely irrational. And I know that they don't know what it's like, and I know that they still have their moms. People were saying things that were so far away from my truth, who I am, what I needed, my experience, that I really had to be strong and rely on just like my internal compass to get through that. I mean, yeah, I had good people in my life. This is one of the examples of like what I'm talking about. Like my mom dies, and people are still being stupid, mean, and inconsiderate, and not even like understanding or having empathy or compassion from that big fucking blow in my life. That fucking hurts. And it's just like, that's one example where I'm just like, human dynamic? What the fuck? And that just makes me stronger. I'd like to give a big love to Georgia Scott. I gotta say, when you, even if it's just typing and it's through technology, I feel like you're sunshine, and I feel like you really, really get me and see me, and I know I don't know you, and I know we haven't met in person, but I just wanted to express that on film, especially in all of this regalia, my dear. So, Georgia Scott, and yeah, that's my video. I'm just talking, okay? I love you. Thank you for listening, my sweet viewers. Thank you for listening, my sweet, sweet viewers. Share my videos and subscribe. And share my videos and subscribe. And love them. Thank you. Where's my microphone?